Welcome back to PEI Child. This is Esther Duncan. Today I'm going to be talking about organizing the contents of your website. There are two basic ways of organizing content. One is through the menu system. As an example, up here we have research, projects, and community. And the other is through blocks. An example of blocks is on the left-hand side here. We have two separate columns that contain separate blocks of information, projects, latest initiatives, news, and also some blocks contain menu items as well. We'll start by talking about blocks. The way we access blocks is by going into the administration menu at the top under site building. We click on blocks. And the first thing you'll notice when that page loads is a lot of funny yellow bars. Those yellow bars highlight the areas of the site that are designated as block areas. And those areas are where you can put content. If we scroll down, you'll see there's right sidebar on right. There's lots of blocks. And at the bottom here we have the footer left, the footer right, and the footer bottom. Way back up at the top we have the banner area and the left sidebar on right. Now these areas here highlighted in yellow correspond to block areas that you'll notice in here. So left sidebar on right, banner, and so on. And in order to edit the contents of those block areas, you could click on one of them by pressing configure. And you'll be into the editing screen for that block. So you can change the title, change the body contents. You could in addition make the block disappear by hiding it by default and letting individual users show it on their site. You could also designate the blocks for specific roles, which is very powerful for creating an entirely different page view for those who are of a specific role, such as a super user or a site author. You could replace the blocks entirely and have them just display for a specific role. And you also have the visibility settings here that talk about where to show this particular block. Now this one shows only on the front page, and this special tag is specific to the Drupal system, and it is to designate this to show only on the front page. So we're going to try out creating a new block, and we're going to put it in a place which has not too much content currently, on the About page. Now the About page, it resides at peichild.ca/content/about, or from this side menu item here. And I'm going to make sure I take note of that URL, everything after the .ca/, so the content/about, because we're going to use that to create a block area right above the search this site section. So to start the creation of our block, we're going to go up to the top administration menu and click on site building and click on blocks. That takes us directly to the block page. And we need to create a new block page. So we're going to use this little link here that's entitled Add a Block Page. And we'll click on that. and we're going to write in the contents of our block. Now the block description is important because it will tell us what the block is, even if we can't quite grasp it from the title on that big long list of blocks. I'm going to call it testing blocks, and the block title is the one that's going to be shown to the user. And in the body I'm just going to put some test copy. Scrolling down, I'm going to leave the theme as none. The visibility settings, I'm going to make sure that I have control over who sees it. And I'm going to assign it to people who are signed in only, so anonymous users won't see this. And we only want it displayed on the About page, so I'm going to put Show Only on the listed page, and this is the address that I need for that. And save my block. So now our job is to locate the block that we just created and assign it to a block area. And as I mentioned, we're going to put it just above the Search This Site section. So the Search This Site section is called Right Sidebar on Right. And because we haven't yet assigned our block, it's going to be right down at the bottom in the unassigned area. So let's see if we can locate it here. There we go. So there's the test block, and in order to assign it to a region, we need to use the drop down, and we're going to put it right sidebar on right. And then I'm going to save that. And I'm going to look at my About page to see where it is. It's not on top of the Search This Site. It should be here though. Right, so it's at the bottom. So the next job now is to move it up to the top, because that's actually where I want it. So going back to blocks, under site building, I now just have to look in the region right sidebar on right, and let's find it. It's right at the bottom, and so by grabbing these crosshairs I'm going to pull it all the way up to the top, and I'm going to need to scroll to make sure I'm getting right at the top here. There we go. If it's got an orange asterisk, it means it hasn't been saved, so we'll go and we'll save that right now. Scrolling right to the bottom and saving. And let's test this. And there we go. The testing blocks block is there.